We are continuing in the comedic romance novel, Charming After 5, and we are on Chapter 5. As he watches TV with Bernie, Jonathan can't seem to concentrate on the show right there in front of him. He's too distracted by all the information he has to assimilate from that first day at work, when all he wants to do is have his arms around his red-headed boss and figure out another way to get close to her. He's baffled because he is usually pretty darn good at meeting and wooing the opposite sex. This lady has him stumped, though. He's not used to being on that side of the fence. It is an uncomfortable position to be in, and a definite ego deflator to the max. Bernie is munching on snacks as he whoops and yells at the inexperienced chef on the screen for his lack of skills. He looks over at his buddy's blind stare. Did you see what he added in that dish? Even a line cook would know better. I think even you would know better, Jonathan, right? What? Oh, yeah, sure, Jonathan answered him lamely. First day got you down, huh? Was it that tough? You have no idea, Burns. I think I'll watch this in the kitchen while I whip up something to eat. You're no fun tonight. I was just wondering where that dinner was that you promised me this morning, Jonathan interjects. He points to all the snacks on the coffee table. I thought this was going to be it for tonight. Oh, I'm inspired now. Feels like I'm watching it all alone anyway, so you're no fun, man. You're absolutely no fun tonight. Bernie lumbers into the cramped kitchen, bangs a few items around, and slams the door to the refrigerator. Jonathan shouts back, defending himself as he follows Bernie to the kitchen. Hey, cut me some slack, will you? I started a new job today, and my supervisor is one strange number. Weird as can be. Though she's hot as hell, but she's really mean. Bernie realizes that Jonathan just said a mouthful. He laughs. Oh, no, man, you got a boss lady? Well, lady isn't the exact term I would use to describe her. I might actually call her a bee. Oh, okay, that's a clue right there. Let me guess, she's a redhead. Bernie punches John's arm. Ow. Yes, but dude, she's totally weird. Wow, you got a female boss and a gorgeous redhead with a weird personality. Could this get any better for you? Bernie adds sarcastically. I know, right? Jonathan frowns. Strange world we're in these days. Women do not belong in a man's world. They're not ruthless enough. They don't think like men have to think to get ahead. At least we know where we stand with one another, trying out for each other's jobs. We men have rules that we go by, so it's okay. But women bosses, no clear rules. And the ones they do have could put a guy in prison if he violates them, you know what I mean? It just ain't fair. Bernie's done protesting. Jonathan laughs. Look who's talking. The guy who dons an apron and Playtex gloves every morning, not to mention a hairnet, and his favorite room in the house is the kitchen. But generally, you're right. This time with this boss, you've got it all wrong, though, my friend. This lady is more ruthless than any man I've ever worked with for in this world. Can't be. So explain. For starters, with the entire fifth floor watching, she delights in humiliating her personal assistant. Then she basically attacks the poor girl with a pin. Between her yelling and pin clicking and destroying clothing, physical and verbal assaults, she is a one-woman walking work violation in action. Whoa. She really got to you, and on the first day. Yeah, and then I had to go in after that interaction, and we had a really uncomfortable first chat, and how most accounting supervisors don't last past 3 months, and 6 months tops. Plus, I am to receive all my information and my first assistant at her discretion because she has it all handled. Well, that was a nice gesture anyway, Bernie defends the stranger. What? Not nice at all. She intends to sabotage my position right out of the gate, and she has it all planned. 4 others have previously gone down in flames before the 3-month time period ended, and they were all guys too. Man, what can I say? Sorry for your bad luck. I know how much you need this job. Bernie, I've entered a freaking corporate war zone. Babs told me as much. Babs? Yeah, my first assistant. She's really sweet. Actually, I think you'd like her a lot, Burns. Is she pretty, huh? Well, more like cute. Just your type. She's too skinny. She could benefit from your cooking, actually. You don't say. Bernie adjusts his apron. Yeah, but let's evaluate my situation. No job and no place of my own. Who'd want me, Jonathan? You need to get off your ass and spruce up a little, or maybe a lot, and go back out there and place some applications around town. You know I've tried that 1,000 times. 1,000 times would have landed you a cooking job, and you know that. Jonathan points it out to his friend. Don't want just any old cooking job. How many times do I have to say it? I need a head chef's position. Bernie sighs. I don't just want that even. I really want my own place. I need room and my own kitchen. I need to be creative. Ideal in reality, John. And the reality is that I will never be happy unless I am in charge of a kitchen somewhere. I know. Happiness inside a chef makes for happiness in the kitchen, which makes for great food that people are happy to eat. Jonathan recites his model sarcastically. Right, you got it. I got it memorized. Bernie adds a mixture of herbs to the pot in front of him. Then he walks over to the TV and turns it off. Jonathan looks up, surprised at his friend. Don't you want to see who gets eliminated? No, this is serious. Listen, you need this job, John. Sounds like she has it in for you. Could be back out there looking for work in a month with a boss like that. So what are you going to do? Her goal is to have me ousted by 3 months, just like the others. But Babs also thinks that she might like something about me better than the other guys because Herald apparently has given me a heads up about it all. Bernie asked, how's that? By informing me of some of her strategy right up front, which she never had done with any of the other accounting supervisors. Bernie's chest heaves with a heavy sigh. I hate to break it to you, old friend. Have you considered that she thinks you are so pathetic that you'll need this handicap and it doesn't even matter, and that she's so convincing that she will oust you? She doesn't mind informing you of her plans, and it's just a little extra thrill for her to see you squirm when she tells you? Well, according to Babs, Bernie questions again. Babs, what's her first name? Is that her first name? No, it's Stacy. Stacy Babes. And you even listening to what I am saying? I don't think so. Sure I am. Your problems are my problems, man. I feel your pain. Thanks, Fern. Besides, how am I going to cook and perfect my recipes if you can't afford basic cooking ingredients? You've got to tough this one out, John. I know. So, develop a plan. Byrne asked. Developing a plan, are you? Stacy is my ace in the hole. We're going to figure this out together. Miss Herald apparently has this down pat, from incompetent assistance to lack of dedicated work and totally sabotaging the accountants by not delegating work. We've got our work cut out for us, but we're going to try our best. Bernie looks confused. So Stacy is also incompetent? I don't know. No, I think she's very capable, but she does need some training in accounting. Are you hungry? I made a small feast to celebrate your first day, Bernie says while plating the food. Jonathan can hardly believe that he's got it all whipped together that soon. Yes, finally, and it smells awesome. He realizes he's starving. They carry their food to the living room, and Bernie steers the conversation back to Babs. So, this Babs, she's not a redhead too, right? No, that would be a real problem for me, wouldn't it? Jonathan goes on to explain. She's a blondie, and like I said, she's a cutie. I'll take cute. Beautiful is highly overrated. Too high maintenance. Give me cute any day. That lasts a lot longer on a woman. Beauty soon fades, but cute stays young for a good long while. World owes beauty a free ride, or so she thinks. Jonathan gets this look on his face. So, think you're beautiful, do you? Ha ha ha. That's all Bernie says in response to his friend's low blow about freeloading on him, although he can tell the new boss is weighing heavily on John's mind. He again decides to speak. I can see that you need some perspective here. You need to focus on the job only and not the redhead. Remember what happened to me when I focused too much on a high maintenance beauty with nothing else to offer her. Do you remember your sister? She had serious issues. Hate to say it, John, but it's true. I know, Burns. I lived with her for many years. Still into the beauty pageant scene, is she? Bernie inquires. Yup. It's the Cougars division now. He laughs at how pathetic his sister is. Part of the reason he let Bernie come to stay with him is because he felt partly responsible for the treatment Bernie had received from his sister. She really had hurt him badly, and Jonathan is trying to help heal some hurts. Yeah, never again. She broke my heart in 1,000 pieces, John. Not going to ever kiss another woman's feet like that. I know. I'm sorry about that. New job, new weird boss, your sister. We need wine. I'll go get it. Wine will go great with this red meat. And I splurged. The best cuts. On my dime. Jonathan let it slip without thinking. He cringed, hoping Bernie didn't pick up on his words or tone. What did you say? Bernie asked as he brings the wine back in from the kitchen. There's more to the story. Something else happened after work that's got me really stumped. There's this bistro. A nice place, too, I think. I started to go in, but I thought I saw my new boss sitting there with some friends. She was smiling and laughing. There was a total change in the atmosphere from the person I had met earlier in the office. Did you recognize any of the people she was sitting with? No, it's my first day. I really didn't meet many people there, but Babs. Okay, so big deal. She feels that she has to be mean and intimidating around the office crowd. Around her friends, though, she can be laid back. Well, aren't we all kind of like that? Bernie rationalizes. I guess, but it seemed more off than just that. Yeah, you really are attracted to her, but sadly, the plain fact is you are in the work group, not the friend group. That is all there is to that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Thanks for putting it into perspective for me, Bernie. Bernie finalizes his thoughts. Well, not sure if I should say anything. No, gonna let that one pass by. Jonathan hollers and throws up his hand. And there it is again. Another unfinished sentence. That's all I've got to get today. No one finishes their sentences anymore. Not on the 5th floor of Westin Mutual, or not even you. It's like a freaking plague's going on around here. Everyone leaves me in the dark. It drives me crazy. Petty little issue you got there going on, John. They were just about to warn me about something, but then they all would drop it. What are they not telling me? They eat in silence. Bernie thinks of a ton of things to say, but he can tell John won't be listening to a word of it. John is actually attacking his food like he's got to kill it first. Bernie turns on the TV, trying to see if they can still catch a preview of the next episode. A show about a cold-hearted and worthless woman comes on. See there, Burns? There are ruthless women all over this world. Yeah, I know, Bern agrees. Oh, in case you hadn't noticed, I substituted the nachos for steak tonight. He's waiting for Jonathan to announce his approval and pleasure over the steak that he's slowly eating now and actually tasting it. Wow, this tastes so great. You've outdone yourself once again, Bernie. You've got just the right touch, and you just need some place to go and cook for people. Tell them that you'll work a shift for no pay, just a trial run, a food presentation of sorts. This should land you a chef's position in any fine restaurant. Where did you say this bistro is that you went today? Did Babs go with you? No, she went on home. So you feeling a little better now that you're getting something in your gut? Sure thing, Burns, thanks. Bernie isn't fooled and knows this isn't over by a long shot. The redhead could ruin his friend's life forever. He is certain that Jonathan will lose his job one way or the other if he doesn't focus. Listen, your best friend's advice here. Just do your job. Keep your eyes down, stay focused. Yeah, it could get real messy, right? You think? Could and would. Going to bed now. I'll clean up this mess in the morning. Maybe you should call it a day and get some rest too. Jobs tend to require one thing, actually being there. That's a definite requirement. You'll have to face all this again tomorrow, so say your prayers, little Johnny. You're going to need all the help you can muster for that war zone that you've entered. Bernie stabs his fingers several times into John's chest. He winches and pushes his hand away. At least you don't have an open, sharp pen full of ink. Bernie leaves the room, but then he sneaks up behind Jonathan, who is again sporting a dazed look. Bernie whispers in his ear. Jonathan jumps, turns around, and not so good-naturedly smacks his buddy across the face with the couch cushion. Geez, Burns, I'm in no mood for your childishness tonight. I was just going to say that I really like to meet this assistant, Stacy Babes. Can you set me up? So let me get this straight. My redhead has it out for me, but you'd like a chance to score with my assistant. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Well,